spelled OSODI. I am your moderator for the next couple of days, and it's a pleasure to have you all here. All right, while we wait to get everybody on board, I want to know, put in the chat, even though I can't read your chat, the host on the other end can read your chat. Let me know, where are you connecting from? You can mention either Lagos, Nigeria, Accra, Ghana. Just mention the place you're joining us from. You can post that in the comments while we move on. Now, tonight we are, somebody is from Oka, Nigeria. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Abuja, Nigeria, great. Dubai, UAE, that's good. I'm waiting for other people. You see that this is a global summit already. You can see this is a global summit. The others are not typing. What is going on? Okay, another person from the UAE. Oh, I pronounced it correctly. Thank you. Nairobi, Kenya. Great. All right. So tonight we will be beginning with two important conversations, because at the end of the day, conversations are the fabric. They are the fiber, rather, on which the fabric of communication and development. Somebody is raising their hand. I think that might be a mistake. So conversations are the fiber through which the fabrics of communication and also development are made. Before we could have this, there was a conversation that started. Before you decided to join, a conversation was put in place. And so while we are at it, before I introduce what we are having for tonight, I want you to drop in the comments just now, what came to your mind when you saw the title? What came to your mind? It could even be about the name of the summit or about the theme itself. What came to mind? Somebody's from Lagos, Nigeria. Pardon me if I'm not seeing your comment early on. It's not that easy to look at you directly while looking at my camera and then read the chat below. So you pardon me if my response comes later. All right, so I'm waiting. What came to mind when you heard or you read the name of the summit? You saw that it is the Upgrade Summit. Then you saw the theme where we are talking about you breaking the matrix. You are escaping the system. What came to mind? We have intelligent mind here. So I'm expecting responses so we can kick this off. You won't think, oh, they are just coming to speak to me. We know you've got something in you. So one or two, then I can introduce let me see. All right. So I'm waiting. Where are the people that were typing before? Yeah, matrix. Yeah, the mathematics you had to dig. I love that. Getting better in your profession. Great. Getting better in your profession. Great. One more person, one more. Then we can hit the ground running. One more person. Where are my people? Don't leave me alone. One more person. Don't leave me here. So let me speak Yoruba. Okay, while I wait for one more person, I will go about with what we have. When I see your comment, I will definitely attend to it. So tonight we are beginning, like I said, with two important conversations. We'll first be looking at global evolution. Then we'll move into the money-making aspect. So as you listen tonight, don't simply listen for information. Don't just say, it's another conference, another summit. Let me just go and hear. We are not here to just hear. We are here to be informed. Then we are taking action, because the gap between information and transformation is the set of actions that you take. So today, we are not just here to dish out information. ChatGPT can do that to you, do that for you. Google can do that for you. YouTube can do that for you. Here, this was well curated with you in mind. So as you listen, take the information, look at the transformation you're going for, but be ready to take action. And so, without taking any more of our time, I will go ahead and introduce our first speaker. Now, our first speaker this evening is also the convener of the Upgrade Summit. Please, I need to start clapping, clap, before I bring the person on. But if you are not clapping, what are you doing? You are not clapping. Why? People are clapping. All right. And This, okay, I'm seeing people raise hands, and I believe that was in response to the clapping. All right. Now, I said he is also the convener of the Upgrade Summit, and his work sits at the intersection of business, finance, entrepreneurship, leadership, and personal development. Now, leader Morrison Harrison is a business and financial consultant with about a decade of experience in that regard, and he's a professional foreign exchange analyst and trader. He's a serial entrepreneur and personal development coach and mentor. He is the executive director of Mosha Global Influence, where he focuses on mentoring, consulting, people are clapping good, training and empowerment. And he's also involved in several business ventures across different sectors. Now, beyond his professional work, Leader Morrison describes his assignment simply in this way: to eradicate. So let me even start the way you love to put it: to light men up. I mean, to light people up. And he does this by eradicating ignorance through knowledge and raising leaders who can create impact beyond themselves. And so tonight he's going to open our summit with a conversation that speaks directly to the theme we've all gathered together around: global evolution. So please join me. People have stopped clapping. It is not difficult to clap. Just hit on that. Please join me in welcoming the convener of the Upgrade Summit, Leader Morrison Harrison. Sir, you have the floor. Or maybe I should not bring him up if you people are not clapping well enough. Why are you not? Where are the claps? All right, sir, you have the floor. Okay. While I wait to get his own feedback, I was expecting earlier the question I asked, that when you heard about the title of this summit, I mean, for this year, the theme, what came to mind? You heard about breaking the matrix, escaping the system. What came to mind about breaking the matrix, escaping the system? Let's have that conversation quickly before he comes up. Okay, I think he's back. All right, one person. You can leave it in the comment. I'll read it out. One person, two people. Let's just get this going. I'll go first. When I first heard it, I thought about Matrix Revolution. But the problem is I've not even watched the complete series. So that opened a loop in my head. Oh, people, who is laughing at me? That's the first thing that came to mind, Matrix Revolution. And the beauty of life is this: conversations often start before some of the conversations that you are having, in the sense that you heard somewhere some time ago that it is good to do whatever it is. Let's say it's good to drink warm water the first thing in the morning. You just heard it. Then as you continue with your life, maybe a couple of months later, you caught a cold, and usually you don't even think of drinking water when you wake up first in the morning. You may not, some people love coffee instead. But you're like, well, I think now that I'm thirsty and I've caught a cold, I don't think coffee would do. Let me go get some water. Then you remember, oh, drink warm water when you wake up in the morning. Now, that conversation started before you even thought you would need it. And so today, now that you've caught cold, you went to boil water and you felt good. And then the following day, maybe the cold lasted a couple of days, you just wake up and you drink warm water. And before you know it, you can just feel like, I think this is something worth keeping. But that conversation didn't start the very day you started drinking warm water in the morning. It started months ago. So this is why we have to guard what we think about and the things that enter our heads. So now I'd like to confirm, do we have Leader Harrison back on board so that I could hand over? And I really can't wait to delve into the conversation.
Yes,
so
we do.
All right. So you have the floor.
Okay. Hello, everyone. We're excited to be here. Okay, I'd like us to take advantage of the chat section so that I want to get energy from each and every one of us here. So take advantage of the chat section and then we delve from there. I want to begin by celebrating each and every one of you that has taken our time to be here. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Very
Perfectly,
well,
sir.
very well, very well.
All right, all right, all right. So I want to celebrate each and every one of you. You see, I know that there are many other things that you would have been doing by now, but you took out time to be in this room. It shows that you are hungry for more. I want you to understand that knowledge is progressive. And the fact that you know a lot doesn't mean you can't learn more. Are we together now? So for you to make it to be here, I celebrate each and every one of you. Believe me when I say it's going to be a ride. It's going to be a journey because everything is ready. Everything is ready. And without further ado, we're going to delve into it. Please, if my slide is ready, I'd like it to also come up, right? So, breaking the matrix. This year's upgrade summit, as we all know, is themed breaking the matrix. And I believe that as we journey deep into it, we're going to be having um, proper understanding of what the matrix is all about. Okay, I'm waiting for my slide. Okay, while the slide is being prepared, proper understanding of what the matrix is all about, how we can break the matrix in our lives, and how to position yourself for advancing to the next level. So I want you all to pay attention. Listen, our cameras are supposed to be turned on. Please, this is a global event. You know why it's important for your camera to be turned on? People are watching from different part of the country. Somebody might just see your face and just love you. Somebody might just see your face and want to do business with you, right? You are a global brand. I want you to understand that. And every time you come into an atmosphere, your first point of contact is very important, and that is your face. Your face is your brand. Are we together now? Never sell yourself short by sending pictures that do not capture the entirety of what you represent. Are we together now? So in summits like this, I expect that a lot of us, your camera is lit, you are here. Why? You are connecting to people. Are we together now? So while we're waiting for the slide, please, let's go ahead. While we're waiting for the slide to come up, thank you to be up in a few minutes, right? I want each and every one of you to put a smile on your face, turn on your cameras. I want to connect with each and every one of us. Time opportunity will be given for each and every one of us to contribute, to ask questions. Are we together? So are we having a bit of difficulty sharing the slides? Because I'm yet to see, it's just a bit blank. Okay, I think we're going there. All right, please let's turn on our cameras if we're there.
Okay, so I would like to confirm, just let me know when you can see the slide.
Okay. So we
Can you
can,
see it?
what we, not yet, what we can see is a display of the Google Meet. So we need
Okay.
you to, yes, open up the slide and then leave this interface entirely and go towards where the slide is, if you understand that. Okay, good. Let's have our cameras on. I want to interact with you, Leader Happiness. I want you to wave for us. If you can hear me, Leader Happiness. Okay, good, 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 good. All right. How many of us can see the slide? You can see the slides. Let us indicate. I'd like you to indicate in the comment section. I have very few. Okay, good, 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 good. We could see the slides. So this evening in Nigeria here, we're around. This should be past 8. Okay, good. So I know people are joining us from Dubai. We have people from Nairobi, Kenya. We have people from Cameroon. We have people from Uganda, from all over the world. So this is why it's important for your cameras to be turned on. You might just have a gig in one of these countries. Learn to connect to people. So we're going to be looking at global evolution, right? Basically, what I want to begin this session with is to bring us an understanding as to what the matrix is all about. Are we together? Please, next slide. What the matrix is all about, and then I bring us into the shift that has happened within the ages and why we're operating. So just keep the about. I believe leader Oshodi had handled all that. Okay, so let's just move next slide. Next slide, please. Okay, good. Now, please, can we go back a bit? I want us to look at the objectives of tonight's session. Can we go back one bit? Okay, good. Now, at the end of this session, delegates are expected to, one, understand the original intent for this summit, which is the holistic approach to success. Remember, we talked about breaking the limit, and the reason why the summit was put together is to bring the right perception when it comes to success. Every time you hear the subject of success, what comes to mind? Most of us think about is finance. Are we together? We think about finance, we think about doing well, we think about prosperity. Meanwhile, there is a holistic approach to it, right? There is a quote that says, incomplete truth is not truth, right? It is more dangerous to have incomplete information rather than having right, the wrong information. Are we together? So it's important that at the end of this summit, you will have a holistic understanding of success, what success is all about. Are we together? The next is you will understand the 4 pillars of holistic success. Listen, when people claim to be successful, at the end of this summit, you should be able to judge their success by virtue of the information you're going to be receiving tonight. Are we together? You'll be able to gauge if this person is truly successful. Because most times we have celebrated people for financial success alone and we have ended up regretting it. Are we together now? So it's important that at the end of this session, you should be able to have proper understanding of that. Now, the last one, you will understand the new age in operation. Listen, when I say we have shifted, yeah, you will get to understand the new age in operation, how to position for it, how to leverage it. Are we together now? Are we getting value already? So let's move to the next slide very, very quickly. Okay, let's go. Good. Now, by the grace of God, I am somebody that believes in scriptures, and everywhere I find myself, I am not ashamed to tell you some of the things that direct my path, that guide me, are guarded, are found in scriptures. So very quickly, I want you to read this wherever you are, like a mass choir. Psalm 82 verse 5. It says what? They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. Now watch this. It says, because they know not, they will walk on in darkness. So I want you to watch this. Every area of your life that you are struggling, it's a pointer that there is something you do not know about that area. Am I speaking to somebody now? That every time I look at your life, every time you look at your life, and then you see that there's no corresponding result as to what you have claimed to know, it simply means that there is something you do not know. What you know is either incomplete or it's not the truth. So every time I find out that there is lapses as to the fulfillment of my destiny or where I'm supposed to success in my life, I go back to my drawing board. I find where I lack an understanding. He said they know not, neither will they understand. So most times, most people you blame don't even know. So why the reason why most of you are in this summit is to do what? Is to know, is to come into right understanding, is to come into truth. Next slide, please. Next slide. Good. Now, remember we started by saying breaking the matrix. Now, what do we understand by matrix? I'm going to be giving us a quick definition based on philosophy, right? He said in modern culture, the matrix of life refers to what? An invisible web of social conditioning. I'd like you to note this down. Routines and systems like media, works, and expectation that shape our habits and belief system from birth. In other words, the way we see life. In other words, your belief system, your thinking pattern, what guides your thinking pattern. That is what the matrix is. There are many of you listening to me now that your belief about money, your belief about success is incomplete. You might think it true because over the years, you have grown up to see people thinking like that in your environment, in your space, and then you think that is true. But in reality, this has been the understanding that has held you down. So these are matrices of life. Are we together now? Most of you believe in relationship, you can never get a good man. Most of you believe in relationship, you can never get a good woman. All men cheat, all women cheat. As a result of what? The experiences that life has given you, how you grew up, the environment you grew up, these are the things that have facilitated the reasoning, your reasoning right now. So these are matrices. These are the things we're going to be breaking. These are the things we're going to be shifting from. Are we getting value already? I want to be seeing energy in the comment section. These are the thinking patterns that we want to break. Are we together? Because it is only a fool that does the same thing over and over again and expect what? A different result. So these are the matrices. What have you believed about success that is the reason for your current conditioning? I'm speaking to somebody now. What have you believed about success? What have you believed about finance? What have you believed about health? What have you believed about relationship that is the reason for where you are today? Most of you don't understand the power of relationship because you've been hurt over the years while growing up. You've seen people you love being hurt. These are the matrices we are breaking. Next slide. I'm trying to rush because there is a lot in stock for you. There's a lot in stock for you. Next slide. Very quickly. Okay, good. So these are the things that whenever you hear matrix, these are some of the things I want you to put in mind. Number one, construct. It's a built or artificial reality, a mindset that dictates how you experience life. Does that sound like what I just explained now? It's a construct, it's a mindset. And as long as your mind is set in that way, it dictates how you experience life. Number two, paradigm. Paradigm is a typical example of pattern. For example, you believe that this is the way things should be done because that is what your culture believes, right? In Nigeria, for example, there is a tribe called the Yoruba tribe. Are we together? By culture, by virtue of culture, while growing up, the men are taught or people are taught to lie down to greet their elderly. Are we together? This becomes what? A paradigm for them. It becomes a culture. So every time they see the elderly, they go down. Now, an Igbo man in Nigeria might not think like that because that is not what his mindset, that is not the culture. Are we seeing how it works? So it's a typical example of what? A pattern or what view that form what? The baseline of how an individual interprets existence. Are we getting value already? The third one is the framework, a system, still an invisible rule, institution that structures, that organizes daily life or behavior. You see some people, when you offend them, their natural responses is anger, agitation, violence. Why? That's the framework, that's the system that has guarded, that guides their life. Probably because while growing up, they had an abusive father, they had an abusive mother, they had their parents that were not present. It has formed what? A system in them. The last one is the web network, similar thing. These are all what matrices are. Are we gaining value? Next slide, very quickly. So our assignment this night is to what? Break this. Remember, the Bible says, Psalm 23 verse 7, please, I like us to write that down. It said, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. So you are a direct function of your thoughts. You are a direct representative of what? Your thought pattern, your mindset. So if I look at your mind, if I look at you, I can tell what has been in your mind. Are we together now? I can look at your life, and by virtue of the way you handle things, the way you speak, I can tell what has filled your heart. Another translation said, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So the question right now I'm throwing to some of you listening, who are you? What has filled your heart? This is what we are breaking. Are we together now? This is what we're breaking. Bringing a holistic approach to what success is. Very, very important. Now, remember, I started by showing you that whenever we talk about success, we limit it to just one angle of success, right? One angle of success, but we're going to be bringing a holistic approach to it. Next slide, very quickly. Good. Now we're going to be discussing the concept of success. The concept of success. Okay? Good. The concept of success. Please, Leader Bimbola, do well to keep me abreast with the time. Okay? Just keep me informed once the time is closed. Now, there are 4 pillars that capture the totality of the subject of success. Listen, you won't find this anywhere. This is done through proper research, right? Deep thinking, proper research, and references. You might find bits in different places, but I want you to pay attention. You won't see it this way in any place, anywhere. The way you understand it here will be marvelous. Believe me. Okay? So, number 1, somebody write relationship. I want to see that in the comment section. Relationships. Somebody will be wondering, what is the correlation between relationship and success? You will find out in this meeting. Relationship. The 4 pillars that capture the totality of the subject of success. Relationship. Number 2 is work, purposeful living. Good. I'm still relationships. Yes, let's keep going. Relationships. Very powerful. Number 2 is work and purposeful living. I'm going to be breaking them down. Work and purposeful living. Number 3 is finance. And number 4 is health. Now, this is the totality of the subject of success that captures the subject of success. And this is why I'm excited that you are in this summit. Every of this topic, every of these points is going to be handled. We have people that are professionals in family life, and they're going to be demystifying everything that has to do with family life. We have people that when you talk about purposeful living, they are conduits of living purposefully, right? They are going to be handling that also. We have people on finance. I told you, if you're going to be staying through, the summit is supposed to end on Saturday, but for those that will decide to stay one more, which is on Sunday, I'll be coming. There's a reason they call us the Wealth Apostle. We're going to be bringing knowledge on finance the way you have never seen it before. That will be on Sunday. But for now, we're going to be having people on health that will teach you how to manage your health. Now, next slide. Okay, I have something I wrote down here. Right? I said success is a byproduct of a man who has mastered the pillars above. What did I say? It is a byproduct of a man who has mastered these 4 points. Next slide. Let us begin. Next slide. Good. Now, relationship, everybody. Listen. Relationship, when you talk about relationship, all I'm just doing is giving you, an idea into what we're going to be doing all through this summit. Are we together? So when you hear the subject relationship, it begins with knowing your source. Your first most important relationship in life is not who to marry. It is connecting with your source. Some people call him God, but we call him the manufacturer. Connecting with what? Your source. Listen, every time, for example, I believe most of you are watching me through your gadgets, your phones, your tab, your laptops. Are we together now? If I were to ask you a simple question, do you know your gadgets? Do you know your phone? Do you know your tab? A lot of you will tell me yes. Is that not so? Good. But if I'm to open up the panel of your phone or your tab, and I ask you to begin to list or name every function in that phone or in that tab, you do not know, right? So in truth, we can only say you can identify your phones, you can identify your tabs, you can identify your laptops. Is that not so? If we are looking at the people that truly understand, that truly know the function of that device, who are we going to meet? The manufacturer, right? One of our speakers that will be coming up is an artist. Whenever he produces an artwork, if you want to know the essence of that artwork, what would you do? You will speak to the creator. You see why a lot of people are living without fulfilling destiny. Why? A lot of people are not in sync with the manufacturer. The advantages of becoming in sync with the manufacturer is that, one, you know the reason for your creation. Am I speaking to somebody? You know the reason for which you are created. Why am I living on this earth? Why am I existing? Why am I in Ekiti State by this time? Why am I in Dubai by this time? Why am I in Nairobi, Kenya by this time? This is why this is what the manufacturer will first reveal to you. Are we together now? The second thing the manufacturer will reveal to you is that he will give your life a meaning. Not just giving your life a meaning, he will condition you. Remember, the first, you find purpose by relating with the manufacturer, right? You get to know why, the reason for your existence. The second thing that you find out is what? You build character. You build character. There is a kind of, now when you buy a new TV set, there is what we call the user's manual. In that manual, they tell you the kind of electricity that will power that gadget. Am I speaking to somebody? They tell you not to use electricity that is above certain wattage. Why? Maintenance culture. So you learn how to what? Build the right character development as working with the source. There is a lot you will learn there. I have a material I'm putting together around this. The next most important relationship in the life of a man, in the life of any woman, I want you to write it, your family. I don't care how passionate you are. I don't care how big you are. Your family is the second most important relationship in your life. Am I speaking to somebody now? The second most important relationship in your life. I want to see the chart coming up. Your family, your family, your family, your wife. We have people that are going to be dealing on that. Your family, the second most important relationship in your life after your manufacturer, after God, your family. After God is what? Your family. After God. Very, very important. Now, how do you maintain, how does your family feel your presence? How do you maintain quality relationship with your family? Very, very important. How do you do that? Number one, you must create somebody mute that. Mute that. Can you please mute that? Okay. Okay, thank you. Your family is the second most important relationship in your life after God. But now, how do you make sure that your family feels your presence. Number one, create a system that ensures that your family feels your presence. Do you know I've met a lot of successful people that have succeeded in ministry, succeeded in building quality institutions all over the globe, but their family suffered. In fact, have you noticed that most of the most wealthy people on earth, they have bad family record? So you cannot use somebody like, what's his name, the owner of Amazon, Jeff Bezos. You can't use him what as a mentor for family life. Why? Most people they've not created a system to ensure that your family feels your presence. Are we together? So you must develop quality family bonds. Are we together? Very quickly, I'm just rushing because of my time. The next kind of relationship that you should be intentional about building, platonic friends. Friends, listen, this is also important in your life. I wrote that there's a content I put out like 2 years ago, the 10 kinds of people you need in your life and how to relate with them. Maybe on a good day, you hear that, can we mute the mic? I'm getting a bit of distraction. The mic is on. The person hosting, is it possible you can mute every mic? Okay, good. So what am I saying? It is, okay, yes, I've gotten that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, number two, your family must know you care by the systems you put in place. We're going to be getting speakers that will handle that. I was talking about friendships. Now, listen, set system in place. What I'm about to tell you is something I want each and every. All right, okay. I believe you can hear me now. Can you all hear me? My mic was muted for a second. Okay, good, good, good. I believe you can hear me. Now, good. Set systems in place for important events in the life of your friends and families. How many of you, every time is your friend's birthday, you just tell your friend, I forgot, sorry? That's because you are not intentional about building relationships. What I'm teaching you will change your life, will change everything about the way you see. This is why we call it holistic approach to success. Set systems, reminders, write the date of important events in their life, be it their birthdays, whatever they are celebrating, whatsoever is important in their life. Set systems in place that will remind you and plan towards it. As a leader, as a global figure, let this year not pass by for you. And every time you want to celebrate your friend, you just wish them happy birthday. No, plan for people that are important in your life. Plan for it. Are we together? Step towards it. During a birthday, while you send your birthday messages, send gifts, send finances if you can. Why? It makes you, your friends or your family, it makes them think that you value them. It creates a sense of value in their mind. I am showing you things that once you master this thing, you will know, you will have people that can trust you, people that will stand by you in your life. The last one is what? Professional connections. For example, you are in this summit. This is where you connect to people that will bless you, people that will do what? That you share business ideas with, people that you partner with in businesses, whatever it is. Relationship. We have our speaker that will be coming to deal extensively on how to take advantage of this. I just gave you a glimpse into the holistic approach of what? Success, which is number one, relationship. The 10 kinds of people you need in your life. I will drop a content again afresh around it, right? The next slide, very quickly. Everybody, you are not designed to be alone, sir. There are people that must work with you. The next slide. Okay, good. Number 2 is work. Whenever you hear work, it's not about the 9 to 5. It's all about purpose. Dealing with fulfilling destiny. Are we together now? Listen, have you seen people that they have enough finance? They have people that they relate with, but yet they keep telling you that there is a void I feel inside of me. There is a yearning for more. You know why? You have not started working in the original intent of God's plan for your life. Purposeful living. Most of you experience certain things in life. You went through hard time to become where you are, and you have kept the story to yourself. You got where you are and what you're supposed to do is what? Learn the steps. Study your transitions and use it to be a blessing to the world at large. Giving back to the society. Purposeful living. Living a life of purpose. A life that is meaningful. Mark Twain said, the 2 most important days in your life, one is the day you are born, and the second is the day you find out why you were born. Very powerful. How many of you know why you are born? And how many of you are working in purpose? I believe most of us are doing that already. Are we together? Next slide, please. I'm rushing because of my time. I have very limited time. Next slide. Good. Everybody, I want you to read this by David Hitchcock. He said, the purpose of life is to discover your gift. The work of life is to develop it. The meaning of life is to give your gift away. Serving the world with your purpose. What I'm doing right now, I am serving you, the globe, with my gift and talent and potential, with what can potentially turn your life around. That is what I'm doing. I'm living a life of purpose, because I can as well lock up with everything I know and everything every other speaker knows, but we decided to put together a summit to also what? Help develop you individually. One thing you might take from this summit can change your life for good. Are we together now? Serving the world with your gift and your talent. The next slide. Please hurry with me. The next slide, please. Good. Find a purpose to serve, not a lifestyle to live. This is for somebody. Find a purpose to serve, not a lifestyle to live. Leadership is all about service. The purpose of life is to live a life with purpose. Think about that. The purpose of life is to do what? Live a life with purpose. So your purpose is not chasing money. There's a point of scripture that says, it is vain to wake up early in the morning, only to return back in the night, to chase only the bread of affliction. There are some people that your life is all about chasing money. No purposeful living. No intention about serving the world with your gift. We have somebody that's going to be dealing with that tomorrow. Next slide, please. Please, I want you to hurry with me. I'm just giving a bit of intro into what we're doing. Next slide. Please, this is one of the persons I respect so much. I want you to repeat after me. Everybody, you can say it wherever you are. Said, I will work towards a better world today. Can you repeat after me? I will work towards a better world today. I will inspire hope for tomorrow. And I will leave a legacy for the coming generation. Can this be you? Do you believe this? We'll take it one more time. I will work towards a better world today. I will inspire hope for tomorrow. And I will leave a legacy for the coming generation. You will leave your footprint in the sands of time. So that when you leave this earth, we will not just mourn you for 1 week and forget you. The things you have done will leave a legacy for the generation to come to remember your name. Somebody say, I will not die ordinary. I will not leave this earth without having a footprint on the sands of time. I will live a life of purpose. I will live an impactful life. I will inspire hope for tomorrow. Next slide, please. Are you gaining value? Are you gaining value? Let me see your hands in the comment section. Let me know if you are gaining value. Let me know if you are gaining value. Yes, 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 yes. That's it. I need that energy. I need that energy. You're gaining value. Awesome, 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 awesome. Good. The next phase, the next pillar that guides the concept of success is finance. So you see now that there is a lot that we need to put into consideration before finance. But every time we see people that have successfully built a life around finance, we celebrate them. And this is why we have people going into fraud, internet fraud. Why? Because we have sold a wrong narrative to them that the moment you have money, you are successful. The moment you have money, you are successful. So they will do anything to get money, forgetting there is a place of relationship with their maker. There's a place where you build character. There's a place where you pursue purpose. All these things are intertwined, not just finance. After the big car, after the big houses, what next? This is why some people, after they smoke, they drink, they do all manner just to find fulfillment. Remember, it's purpose that will give you fulfillment. Every time you see somebody come to you right now and talk about not having fulfillment, check, purpose is lacking. So you can drink, you can smoke, you can do whatever it is you want to do. As long as you are not working in purpose, it's zero. It's incomplete. This is why you are surprised that people are committing suicide. Why? Lack of purpose. So I'm not here to talk about all that. Finance, the inner working and flow of money. This one, we have grace for it. We have grace to demystify this one. The things you do to generate income. So your business, everything around your job, whatever you do to generate money is under finance. You see that your work is not your finance. Are you seeing the difference now? So you can't be working 9 to 5, but that is not your purpose. So most times, let me give you the right understanding of how to flow this. Listen, the reason for finance is what? To live a good life, to take care of your family and extended and people you care about. The third one is what? To fund your purpose. Right? Funding your purpose. Funding your purpose. Summit like this are put together. It's not cheap. If we're going to go physical, it's not cheap. But what? Finance, we fund it. That is what finance is for. Funding your what? Your purpose. Very important. So now, whatever you do to generate income is under finance. And what is finance? There's something that I'm going to be talking about, financial literacy and understanding of the inner workings of money. So whenever you talk about finance, what will come to your mind is the 3 M's. Number 1, how to make, how to manage, how to multiply. Every time, if you can answer these questions, you will solve the issue of finance. Are you seeing how we are building a stable ground for success? A stable ground. Now when you want to describe this man we are talking about, this man has his family. This man has a relationship with his source, which is his God. This man is working in purpose, in God's assignment for his life. This man has finance. He's not begging. He's not looking beggarly. Are you seeing that we are creating a balance? This is the matrix we are breaking. The next slide, quickly. I'm having limited time now. Okay, now before we join into evolution, the last one is health. Listen, I wish I knew what I know now. Listen, it's important that you take care of your health from an early stage, from what you eat to how you, what the actions you take, they are important. Haven't you seen people that have access to money, children, but yet health, health, they couldn't live long? Why? Because they failed to prepare for health. Many of you prepare for every other thing, but we fail to prepare for health. And you will not blame some of us. We came from a background that we really didn't have a choice. Are we together? But your children must have a choice. We really didn't have a choice while growing up, right? Because we were not used to most of these things. Knowledge was absent. But right now we know and we can correct it. So we have speakers that's going to be teaching us on health, things to eat, how to position yourself, things, and then basic medical tips. Even in the issue of relationship, we're going to be having legal practitioners speak to us. For example, you're a business person, you know nothing about the law of Nigeria that govern your business. As a leader, we have speakers that's going to be teaching us that in this summit. And you've seen it's loaded for you. You know how to relate, how to build quality relationship. You know how to apply the legal part of it in your business or whatever it is. You are loaded. You have people teaching you on health. But you can't afford to miss any day of this summit. Now, very quickly, I run through this and then we wrap up for the night. For the next speaker to come in. The journey of evolution. Next slide. Please, I want you to be fast with me, the person handling this slide. Now, everybody, I want you to read this thing very quickly. First Chronicles 12:32. It says what? And the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of what? Times, to know what Israel ought to do. We can stop there. Listen, if you understand times, you must understand what to do with times. For example, we are in Nigeria, we're in the rainy season. I know there are different seasons. We have summer, winter, every other part of the country. But in Africa, we have the rainy season. It is wisdom to note that when you find yourself in the rainy season, there is what to do. What is that? You plant. Are we together? It is foolishness to try planting in the dry season. You will have to labor more. Am I speaking to somebody, right? You have to labor more. So I'm going to be showing you a system of transitions that has brought us to where we are now. Right? The next slide. Very quickly. Remember, we want to look at understanding the times and season. Very, very quickly. So you find out where you are, where the world is, the new age, and how to position for it. The next speaker coming after me, his job will be to show us how to take advantage of the new age. I said the next slide, quickly. To take advantage of the new age and make finance for it. Next slide. Please, I want you to work with me very fast. Are you there? Okay, good. Now, this is your evolution. Men started from an era called the. Please go back. Please go back very quickly. Okay, good. You can stay here now. Now, men started from this era. If you do your study and research, there was an age that operated long before now, when the men began to exist. It was called what? The hunter or caveman era. This is level 1 evolution. At this stage of evolution, people hardly wore clothes. Land was useless to them because they were yet to discover the potentials of land. So at that level, everyone was primarily a hunter who hunted to feed his or her family. So at that time, if you don't understand or you don't know you have the skill of hunting, your family can go broke. After then, imagine me taking 1 million naira or 1 million US dollars and giving somebody at that era. They will just use it to light fire. Is that not so? Good. Why? Because as at that time, it was what? Their skill for hunting that fed them. Next slide. I'm trying to rush. So everything around them during that era, from it was hunting, they lived in caves, right? Now, as man began to evolve, something happened. They discovered that land had value, that it could be used for sowing and reaping. Hence, what happened? They began farming. That was where agriculture was born. Are you seeing what is happening? We have shifted from just hunting towards agriculture. But now something happened. There were certain set of people that refused to transit. They remained in level 1 as hunters, refused to transfer or evolved into farming. Do you know what happened to them? They lost ground because they refused to evolve. So while they maintained hunting alone, certain people were gaining grounds, acquiring lands for themselves. And you know what happened? This was where the class system were born. Next slide, very quickly. Where we started having people we call the rich, the middle class, the poor. This was where it was born. Please, next slide. I wish you could be faster. Good. Realizing the importance of land and the fact that affluence was tied to the size of plantation owned, many things began to change. For example, it was at this level that the class system became an issue, and people started claiming ownership of land. I have more property, more land, so I'm wealthier than you. Are you seeing how it was formed? The next thing that happened in this season, in this stage 2 of evolution, polygamy. Why? Since the size of plantation determined the affluence, do you know what happened? And it meant that many hands were needed in the farm. Many people began to marry many wives so that they can give birth to many children to help in the farm. More hands in the farm. Next slide. Are you seeing what is happening? Every age has what a system it brings into place. Every age has a system it brings into place. The next thing that happened is what? Okay, good. Slave trade. Now, realizing that they could not bet all the workers they needed in the farm, what happened? The airline. Now, are you seeing the class system came into play? How do we know class system? They began to amass more lands. Now we have a certain people called the airline. Among them, came up with another business policy to take the children of other people to work for them as slaves. This was how it was born. After slave trade, the next thing that came into play was what? Trade by barter. At this stage, this was how money evolved. Why? Because skill and energy started producing more than they needed to survive. So they shifted. This was how trade by barter was born. We are still in the second age of evolution, the agrarian age, agriculture. See, you're going to love this when I land at where we are currently. The next slide, please. So, trade by barter. If I needed yam, I can come to you and get whatever maybe I have yam and I want probably meat to eat. What will happen? I can swap it with you, right? But that level was not sustainable because at a point, what was the measure of equality? Let's say I give you 50 tubers of yam How would I know that it's worth one rabbit? Are you seeing that? So it wasn't sustainable. That's why over the years it faded. We now move to the next level of evolution, the third level. Somebody said the industrial age. After discovering, watch this, that land was now valuable, the Algerian age, there were more discoveries, that there were many priceless mineral resources underneath the land, like crude oil, coal, gold. And then farmers also realized that their product can also be transformed into other products. What happened? That gave rise to the birthing of industrial age. This also came with its own system. Let us see it in the next slide. Please hurry up. I have limited time. Limited time. Oh, please help me. Good. The school system. This was where the school system was born in the industrial age. Due to the need to get people trained and handle the machines, work in factory, the machine work in factory, the school system was introduced. Some slaves from the plantation were trained to become slaves in factory through the system called school. So this was how they began to train people in school system. Number three, the next system that came, job and salary. At this stage, people were promised salary. This is why your parents kept on telling you, read hard, go to school so that you can get a job in a big firm. Does that sound like what your parent told you? If it does, let me see it in the comment section. Go to school, read well, come out with good results so that you get a job where, in what? In a good factory. Can you see where it was born? So at this stage, people were promised salaries for decades. As long as you stay civil servant, public servant, right? They now promise you a what they call it, a lifetime monthly pension. So people believe that once you have this, they keep on looking forward to those salaries. Still the system that was born through the industrial age. Next slide, very quickly. Are we getting value, please? Is understanding coming your way now? Is understanding coming your way? Like, are you understanding how we are transitioning, the levels of transition already? Good. The next one is the information age. Now, after the industrial age, the information age is where brain power started replacing muscle power, where people started taking advantage of smart work to replace hard work. Ideas began to rule the world. Now, after this age, this was what has lived, we have ruled by the industrial age, the information age, up until the COVID. Up until COVID, we could call them pre-COVID experiences. But when COVID came as an announcement, a shift that was about to happen. And I can show you if I have my time. If I don't, I'll just show you what has happened with the transition, right? Something, while I was studying on the whole thing that happened with COVID, I found out that COVID lasted 3 years. I think from WHO, COVID officially ended 25th of March or May, one of them thereabout, I can't really remember. But from that time, that was where something happened. Let's go to the next slide and then see one thing that characterized this new age. Next slide. Good. This is the age of artificial intelligence. One thing that characterized this age, somebody write in the comment section, digitalization. Digitalization. Anything digital. Anything digital. Be it digital currency, the online media space, taking advantage of digitalization, anything around this will change your life in this age. If you refuse to transition with us, you will end up being like what? Those farmers, those hunters that refuse to transition into the agrarian age and they lost ground. Have you not noticed that the moment we stepped into this age, young people started becoming millionaires? Young people started becoming billionaires. Why? They learned how to leverage the age. We have an advantage of age, the new age we have come into. I want you to do a study after this. Go and study 90% of the billionaires we have in the world today. All of them have shifted towards artificial intelligence and how to leverage it to boost their businesses. And then you are still stuck in whatever you are doing, and you are not learning how to leverage it in your business. Digitalization, from cryptocurrency to any kind of currency. Digitalization, it can change your life, and we have limited time for what is going to happen with this age. So you see that this is why we have shifted. So in understanding success, you must first understand the age that you have found yourself. How do I take advantage of the systems of this age, coupled with my understanding of relationship, my understanding of purpose, my understanding of finance, my understanding of health? How do I take advantage of all of these to change my life? Not just my life, to preach to the nations. For example, the reason why we're able to have people from different parts of the globe right now is taking advantage of what? Digitalization. And I can hear you speak, and you can hear me speak. Not minding wherever you find yourself, taking advantage of what we have. Things like Google Meet, things like Zoom began to bloom from what? COVID. Go and do a study. I am speaking with fact of the number of people. You see that from COVID, the number of people that instead in their finance and their success level was 1,000,000 times better, more than what we have had before COVID. Are we together? So artificial intelligence is here for us to take advantage. It has not come to steal your jobs. It has come to help them become better. There is a lot you can do with that. Next slide, very quickly. I think my time is up. Next slide, and I wrap up. Good summary, bringing it home. I want everybody listening to me right now to identify where you are currently in the journey of success. What is your relationship life like? Your relationship with your source. How about your relationship with your family? How well is it? How about your relationship with your friends? How well is it? Are we together? How about your relationship, your corporate relationship? Have you built relationship with quality people? What is your circle of friends like? What is your network like? Where are you currently? What is your purpose like? Are you working in purpose already, or you are chasing money? Do you understand what your purpose is? So you need to identify where you are. It's very important. In the area of finance, what channel are you using to become financially stable? Do you understand the money channel that you need? You can't expect to be a millionaire and then you are selling something with a profit margin of 20 naira or 100 naira. It will take you a longer time. So if you must become that, you must think bigger. What profit, what business can I go into that will give me a profit margin that if I sell just few pieces, I will become a millionaire? This is the thinking pattern. The same stress it will take you to sell something of low value, it's almost the same thing to sell high value stuff, just tweaking one or two. There is a summit we'll put together around selling in time to come. Have you identified where you are right now? Number two, using the pillars that define success. Do you have a clear vision of your destination? 5 years from now, where are you? Do you have a clear vision for it? Okay, fine. I look at my space. I had a conversation with my space years back. Do I have quality friends? What is my relationship like? Do I have quality people that I can run to when I need advice? Do I have mentors that can speak my name in board meetings where it matters? Do I have that? If the answer is no, then what? The next stage of your life, have a structured plan towards growth. Break it into smaller tasks. Pay for mentorship. Gain access to those people you want to gain access with. Two. Are we gaining value? Create a system, a structured plan towards attaining it. You want to become a professional fashion designer. What we do that? You need certification. How do you go about it? Look for some of the best schools. Apply for it. Take it a step at a time. You want to tell yourself in the next 5 years, I don't want to answer leader Abimbola anymore. I want my name to be Dr. Abimbola. What do I go? How do I go about it? You start making proper structured plan towards actualizing it. And with that, you will see that at the end of the day, you have a target. Remember, success is not a destination. It's a byproduct of a man that is growing. Are we together now? So I think, thank you for tonight. Put your hands together. I think that's where we'll wrap up tonight. If you have any question at all, I have very limited time. So Leader Bimbola, you can take it from here.
Wow. Well, I hope your note is filled. I hope you are drawing patterns on your notes like me. If you have not been clapping,